I guess it was Monday. It came out that during some sort of Comic-Con style Q&A panel, Seth Rollins was asked about Kenny Omega, and he said, quote, "When Kenny's done playing in the minor leagues over there, Kenny can come work at the absolute top professional wrestling company in the world in front of the most people and make the most money and have the biggest matches, which is with me at WrestleMania." And I couldn't help but think when I saw that, boy, that's going to chap JR's ass. So what say you?
You're right. I'm pissed off about it. And here's why I'm pissed off about it. Number one, it doesn't do any favors for our business. Our business in general, any promotion in the total of all the wrestling business, pro wrestling business, is bigger than any individual. Now, I'm not inferring that Seth thinks he's bigger than the business, but by what he says sometimes, you could make that assessment, rightly or wrongly. But it's just it's not a classy thing to say for an athlete of his designation. You know, it's amazing to me. I was talking to since this came out, I talked to 2 Hall of Fame guys off the record, because I'm not going to throw them on the bus, that were embarrassed about those remarks as well. It doesn't do the business any good. And one of these cats even said to me, well, maybe Rollins is breaking under the pressure because he's getting a lot of criticism. You know, here's the deal, folks. The WWE today is a whole different world than it was when guys were earning above their downside guarantee significantly based on what the live events and the pay-per-views were producing. So a guy like Steve Austin might be making $1 million a year downside guarantee, which is $19,323 a week, I believe. But he might have a year though where he would make 10 million, 13 million, 9 million. So it's always over that. Now guys in WWE, like Rollins, I'm assuming, is cut on a salary in broad terms. So I don't know how many houses Seth has drawn that sold out because, as another Hall of Famer mentioned to me, it's not about the individuals being over or drawing the house or selling out. It's about the WWE brand selling out. Hence, the best illustration is WrestleMania. The brand name WrestleMania and the parent company, the big dog in the yard, WWE, is what sells tickets at WrestleMania under the auspices that they're going to deliver a special show, opponents and participants to be named. But Rollins he's in a great spot. He's blessed. You know, maybe someday he'll be as over as his girlfriend. I don't know.
Oh,
but nonetheless, I've always liked his work. He's a solid guy. But saying things like that make him look bad, and for that I feel badly. I just do. So it's just a different world. You can't mix all the different rules, all different the metaphors, and all apples and oranges, and all those crazy ass cliches, man. It's a different structure. So for anybody to say, "Hey, look, here's the thing I find incredulous about this deal." One of the things he says, well, when you're through playing in the minor leagues, ironically, Mr. Khan's got more money than Vince, but nonetheless, that's another story for another day. And we believe that we're on a great network in TNT, and we think we have a chance to build a nice brand. You never heard from me ever, Conrad, even when we're drinking, say we're going to kick WWE's ass.
Oh no, never.
It's stupid.
Well, but at the same time, you know, this is, you know, if the desired effect was to get people talking a little bit and stir it up and create a fun dialogue, mission accomplished. And I was feeling that last week because we had such great feedback when you had the red ass that now you can actually pick up a JR's red ass wrestling commentary shirt. And the tagline at the bottom says, bringing you a case of red ass every Thursday. Pick up your shirt right now at jimrossshirts.com. And by the way, that is a bit of a fantasy booking, you know, Seth Rollins and Kenny Omega, but that can actually happen in the new WWE 2K20 Deluxe Edition.
This is the game that they've been building towards forever. It's really amazing how they've done. I thought, though, being the dick that I am sometimes, you got a 180-man roster. Can you imagine what a psych ward that locker room would have been?
Oh my gosh.
Not because of the lack of space, because of personalities out there. And you said something very astute, Conrad, as usual. If Omega and Rollins did have a match, it would be a great match because both of them are great workers. I never said in this, I was upset at Seth because I thought his comments made him sound bad, made him sound Bush League, made him sound like he was one of those guys that was, born on third base, woke up, and thought he hit a triple. Because it's just, for the guy that worked his way through the Indies and Tyler Black and Ring of Honor, who great hand, I don't know what's happened to some of these guys. I just believe sometimes it's internal, sometimes they're driven to say, what they feel obligated to say. They say things that they think will gain their favor of their bosses. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. But for a top talent that's being blessed with great health right now, thank God, and making a ton of money and dating the hottest woman in the business, arguably by many, man, what do you got to bitch about? Are you kidding me? And you're going to say we're over there working our ass off. A lot of us have dedicated our lives longer than you've been alive to this business, and we're busting our balls without knocking. I'm not knocking WWE. But I think it's a bad thing when you're knocking a company that's working their ass off to be good. And we're proving that we're going to be good, we're going to be different, and we're going to grow and evolve every Wednesday night on TNT at 8 o'clock, 7 Central. So it's just frustrating, Conrad. You built your business there, your mortgage business from the goddamn ground up, man. And so somebody say, Conrad, that little rinky-dink company's not as big as, Chase or somebody, right? That fish you off. Well, it's successful, and you're working your ass off, and you're a good guy, and you love what you do. That's kind of where we are here, this AEW thing. Young team, ever evolving, going to continue to grow, going to continue to make mistakes, going to have to tweak our styles here, there, and yon. But so what? So what? That's what growth is about and evolution. So it'll be a fun journey that we're on. But again, my deal with Seth was not his work. All those guys are playing under different rules than the guys on the old Attitude roster that we put together. And guys that I talked to today, not just specifically about this matter, but about this matter was included, said it's just a whole different locker room, different world, different mindset. And some of that charm of the old school wrestler is slowly slipping away. And for that, I say that's a damn shame.
Well, it's a shame if you missed last week. If you haven't listened to last week's episode about Taboo Tuesday, go out of your way to listen to it. There's more meat on the bone than just the name of the show. Of course, we're hinging our conversation around a major moment or a major pay-per-view in history, but we cover all the news and notes behind the scenes on the way there. And there is a lot of good controversial stuff in Taboo Tuesday 2004. And I'm hoping for more of that today with Buried Alive 96. Let's talk about what's going on as we head there. Towards the end of 96, it would make the observer that there was a change at the top of WWE. Vince McMahon had been CEO of Titan Sports and Linda McMahon was president, but now the position of president has been dropped and Vince is now the chairman of the board, and Linda McMahon and Neville Meyer are co-CEOs. And Meltzer would say Meyer is a newcomer to the wrestling industry in charge of the expansion of the company and has a background in other forms of entertainment, including movies and Broadway, although he's not exactly sure what that entails. Chat me up. This is a name that we don't hear about very often. Neville Meyer. What do you remember about Neville?
Quiet guy, had no product knowledge, which has always been amazing to me. Simply amazing. The quest to go outside your own world is not a bad thing. The quest to go on outside your world to find people to bring into your world that have no understanding of your world is really stupid.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.